Hi, welcome to April's kit. Yay, I'm super excited. I always love when the new kit comes out because we have fresh, fun supplies to play with, and this is going to be a great month. I know I always say it, but come on, look at these fun things we've got to do, to play with and to use. So yay, let's get going. Okay, so we've got some really great cards, I think. I'm trying to kind of mix things up a little bit and do things a little different. The color prompt you can see this month is more of an inspiration panel, so that's going to be fun to see how you use it, and a fun technique and another shape. But today I thought it would be really great if we could start with the writing prompt, and that is play. So I've asked some questions here to just get your brain thinking about how you play, how you engage in it, what are some ways you invite in play, what kind of insights happen when you engage in play, and how do you keep your mind in a playful state. So this card really, it's not just a writing prompt for me, it's more of a thought prompt, really. A way of thinking about how you engage in your creativity. And so you can write your thoughts about play and around these questions, or even other things that come into your head. This is just sort of to help you start thinking about it. But really more, I want you to just think about those things and then kind of incorporate that into your page. So I guess we'll walk through it and I'll show you what I mean, and hopefully it will make more sense if I'm not saying it quite right. It's hard to explain, but it's a bit more just of a thoughtful kind of prompt. So I've got my journal, and I think I want to work on this page. Now these, remember we did the feather thing, this is the organic one, and I stamped off because that awesome foam feather stamp just kept going. And this one actually is from a couple months ago. It had a stencil, that was done. But I really like these pages, and I think I want to start here. And the reason is because I'm thinking about this card here. What are some ways I invite in play? Well, a few really important ways that are here right in front of us when you get new art supplies. Even if maybe you've played with water-soluble oil pastels before, if you don't have this set, it's still a new thing. You know what I mean? Maybe it behaves just a little differently than other ones, or maybe you just have new colors, or maybe you've never played with water-soluble oil pastels, in which case I'm super excited for you. We've got some really great colors. This does come in one other color set. It's more of like earth tones, and those are great as well, but I really thought we should probably start with the primaries to see how you like it, and then you could always get the other set if you're really into it. So that's one way I invite in play. Another way is to start with not a blank page. Start with a background that's already kind of been started for you, and just look at it and think, like, how does this page make me feel, or this one? How does it provide any inspiration? Are there any interesting colors or lines or anything that maybe you can start to play off of and build upon it? That's another way that I like to invite in play, especially when I'm stuck. If you've ever been stuck and you're here, right? And you're like, man, I don't know, what am I gonna do? I literally have no clue. Okay, I've got all these pretty colors. I've got this really cool graphite stick that I'm going to show you how to use. I've got this great mask and stencil. We haven't even talked about this yet. Sorry for the packaging. It's a 4x6. I didn't realize I forgot to change that on the packaging before I put it all together for you. So sorry about that. But it's still awesome. She's very cool. This is the mask, right? Because you're going to put it down, and the color or whatever you put is going to go around it. So then she'll make the negative space, or then you have the stencil too. So you got a 2-for-1 deal, which I think is pretty fun. And I really love this this silhouette. So that's another new item that can invite in play. And maybe you haven't used masks before. That's another way to you know, the play really comes in when maybe when something is new for you, or you're just deciding to see things with fresh eyes. You know, that's a good way to say that. And it says also, what kinds of insights happen when you engage in play? Well, for me, I don't know about for you, and I would love to know. So please tell me, write about it in your journal, however you want to convey that. That's what this is about. But what kind of insights happen when I engage in play? I learn new things, and sometimes I come across really happy accidents. You know, something will happen, and it will be an unexpected result, and it'll be amazing, you know, and then I'll use it over and over and over again. That's a really fun thing. The other thing that happens is I build a relationship with my supplies. So I know what they can do, I know what they can't do very well, and when it's appropriate to use them or not based on the result that I want to get, if that makes sense. So that's really important, I think, for us. Okay, and then how do you keep your mind in a playful state? So this is really, really, really important. And this is one of the things that I'm going to say over and over and over again till the end of time. The more you're creative, the more creative you are. So it means the more often you engage in creative practice, the more creativity is going to flow through you naturally. So it's just like with anything, right? The more you do anything, the more in flow you will be with it, because it will just kind of become a part of your life and your everyday. And honestly, if you spend 10 minutes in your journal, on a tag, on a card, whatever it is, if you spend 10 minutes a day being creative, you're going to find that the time, then let's say you go away from it for a little bit and come back, you're going to find that it takes a lot less time for you to get going. And this is way less intimidating because you have tools and you have knowledge and you have, you know, all of that ready to go. So your brain will just be like, oh yeah, I know what to do. Let's just grab a color and start playing. You know what I mean? So that's how you can keep your mind in a playful state, doing it on a regular basis with consistency. Same as anything that you want to do in your life, right? Okay, I think I've talked enough. This, I think, is a really great prompt. I could talk on it for a long time, but I also want to play. So I'm going to start with this page, and I just really like the nice pale pink, and I like the outline of the letters and stuff. It's kind of fun. I'm going to use her in some way. I don't know. We'll see how I'm going to use her, but I think she'll look pretty cool on here, probably as my focal point maybe. And then I want to play with these other things. I'm actually going to play with both of these. These are your main supplies. Of course, you've got a water brush too, which will help you use both of these. And I just really love this cute skinny washi tape. I know we probably all have tons of washi, but I don't have a lot of this really skinny stuff. So I just wanted to throw that in there kind of as a bonus for you because I thought it was fun. It'll be fun to use in the layout, you know, here and there. So that's just kind of an extra little bonus for you. Okay, so my goal for today, other than explaining that writing prompt, was really to give you at least a starting point for both of these things, because I really want you to dive in with both of them this month and really give them a go. Okay, just get in there and play. And you know, even if you do multiple pages, like you don't have to just do one page per prompt. You know, you can go to town. Like if you fill this up, then we'll get another journal. It's fine. I really want you to play with these because these are great tools to have in your toolbox, and they're really great when you know all the different fun ways you can use them. Okay, so we're just going to use them maybe 1 or 2 ways today, and then of course each video I'll try to give you other things that you can do with them. So, okay, enough talking. I'm so sorry. It's just so important, I think. So, and I feel like my voice is going away. So maybe I need to do a little less talking and more doing. So I've got a couple of stamps I brought over. I was thinking it'd be fun to have like some kind of stamped background, and this is one of the fun ways that I really like to use these water soluble oil pastels. So let me decide. I think, well, let's start with this circle one. I know I'm a little undecided, but it's going to be fun. So one way is to just start coloring, okay? And this, for these particular pastels, I think this is the best way. If you want to stamp, if you want this to color a stamp and, you know, stamp it onto a paper, I think it's better to actually color and then get it wet and then stamp it down, okay? So I'm going to move this so I don't get the book wet. And then I'm just going to couple quick spritzes, nothing crazy. I'm going to set it aside for 1 second just so I can wipe that up so I'm not soaking onto my journal. And then I'm just going to look. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, I love the color so much. Oh, that's such a good color. Okay. And see, you see here I'm going like over and over. And obviously as you go it gets lighter and lighter, but I'm still getting some coverage. So you can definitely do multiple stamps with this. Now I've got a little left over and I think I'm good with this stamp there, so I'm just going to put it over here. And this is just a way that I'm playing, right? This is how I play with my supplies. And really just kind of give them a good whirl there and see what they can do for me. So I'm already loving this. So this was just my water-soluble oil pastel, colored dry onto my stamp, spritzed with water just briefly so you still get a crisp image, and then stamped. So amazing. Think of all the things. And you could even mix your colors, right? So why don't we do this one too, because it'll be fun. And let's do like pink and purple. Should we do that? So I'm going to do, set it down. So I'm just doing crazy colors. Okay, and then we'll do the purple. Just mixing it up, who cares? And I don't even care if I get it all. We're just going for like a, you know, fun kind of messy background, so no big deal. All right, so then we're gonna spritz it just to activate the pastel. So sorry, my throat is all crazy. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do little bits. Ooh, maybe I need more. Maybe I need more water. So, ooh, that's pretty. Okay, I'm going to get more water off camera a little bit. So, I'm glad this happened. So when stuff happens that you're not expecting while you're playing, right, then it's good to kind of think about it for a second, like, I wonder why that happened. So here, look it. I mean, we got the pink and purple. It's perfect and crisp and beautiful. But up here, it's not so crisp, not so complete, looks a little dry. Why is that? Well, it's because we probably didn't have enough water on that area of the stamp for the pigment to transfer. Okay, so we just sprayed it with some more water. Easy peasy, right? Okay, and I don't want as much of this, but I think that's perfect. So now we've got a couple different colors going. We've got some white negative space, which I really do like. And I'm just going to set that stamp aside. Now at this point, before I add any other colors or do anything else, I want to dry this because any other color I add could start to get a little bit muddy. So I'm going to dry it and then we'll move on. Okay, now this is nice and dry. So I do want to add this girl next. And I think I'm going to use the stencil because I want her, wait a minute, no, let's do it this way. I have an idea. Let's just see how that's going to look. So we're going to put her right here. And I'm going to use my graphite stick, okay, and I'm going to trace around her. And I've never done this particular thing that I'm doing right now. I'm winging it. I'm playing and I'm learning my tools right now. I've used these graphite sticks a fair bit, and I will say you might be pretty lucky here because I don't know if they're still making them anymore. I was able to get a few boxes of them. They normally come in, I think, a 6-pack or something like that. You only got one because I had limited supply, because I'm just not sure if they're making them anymore. But I really wanted you guys to have one because they're so fun. And heck, I'm going to tell you a little secret about this graphite stick from Prima. This is what was used to make my logo, the girl and her hair and stuff. So these, yeah, I didn't make my logo. A good friend of mine did. And she didn't know it was going to be the logo when she made it, but just little Kassy's Parlor info for you there. But this graphite stick is amazing, and I'm going to show you why in a second. So not only does it give you great color, or, you know, great coverage, and how cool is that all by itself? Now, you could have done this and colored it all in and made it black, right? But I think I like this idea. And I am just going to use my water brush, which I filled with water. And you guys got one of these as well. You got, yours is a different color, I think, but same thing. And check this out. Look at it. Oh my gosh. It is water soluble. So everything you got in your kit this month, you got water soluble oil pastels and water soluble graphite stick. Okay? Like, those are not that easy to find, and especially this Prima version. Like I said, I don't even know if it's available anymore. So if anyone wanted the whole set means that you get different different intensities. Like some of you, like mine says 12B. Some of you are going to get a 2B. I forget what all the numbers are, but some of yours are going to just be lighter naturally, because that's what they are, and some of yours are going to be darker. It just depends on which one you got. So, because like I said, they come in a 6-pack. So, but if anyone wants a 6-pack and they're having a hard time finding it, I can try to find it. I just signed on with a new distributing company, so they might have some in stock still, I'm not sure. But I know it's hard to find. So let me know, and I'll try to find some for you if you want more of them. Okay, am I still in the, yep. So, but look at how I'm able to get this graphite to just kind of, and if you want more water, you just squeeze the barrel. You'll get a little bit more water in your brush, and then you can really bring this out further. Whoops, I'm about to lose my girl. Isn't this fun? And look at it, gives her, it makes her the focal point, and it gives you some nice gradient out to the edge. Think of the things you can do with this. You know what I love to do with this graphite stick? I love to draw faces, and then kind of like, I think I told you guys, some of you anyway, how to use the Elegant writer. And it kind of does the same thing, although it bleeds out a bunch of different colors. I kind of like to do something like that, where I just bleed out maybe under the eyes or do some shading like that. But look at how cool that is. I mean, this all by itself, I think, is really fun. Really fun. So that is one way you can use your graphite stick. Now, you noticed that in the beginning, I just colored it like a crayon or a pencil or whatever, just scribbled. And you can do that and leave it, and it'll be fine. As long as no water hits it, you'll be fine. But you can also do this and make some really cool stuff. Oh, I forgot about the middle, where the arm is and stuff, so I got to do that too. And then I'll just let it be dark, and that's fine. And it definitely doesn't need to be perfect. It's not perfect, but I love this. I think this looks fantastic. Okay, so there's that. I forgot to bring words over, but I think what I would want to do is just add some words and maybe a little bit of doodling, but I kind of just like this the way it is. Maybe I'm going to add some words about play. I have some thoughts. Okay, so I got a pencil to play with. You know what? I could actually use my graphite stick also. Let me move this out of the way. I think we're done with those for today. So I'll show you with this. Let's see if it's dry, mostly. So, let's see. Okay. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save that for something else. Sorry. I could write with that if this was totally dry. It's a tiny bit wet, but I think I want to use this because it's going to be a darker black on top of this. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do this. Uh-oh. I should probably dry it. And so when I'm doing writing stuff like that, I sometimes will even just like put 2 or 3 words together so they just form a string, and I'm writing a sentence, but you will never read it because it's just it's a mess there. But it's just fun to add some of that text. I think I'm going to go back over it after it totally dries and redo it because some of the spots didn't show up very well. But that's one thing you can do if you want to add some writing for your play prompt. One thing I want to try, let's see how this works. So I've got my water brush on the graphite stick and I'm just getting it wet here, and I want to see if we can flick it and get, oh yeah, oh that's cool, yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Get some cool splatters. You're not done until you have some cool splatters, right? Okay, I'm super happy with this. So that's another way that you can use your graphite stick. Ooh, I love it. Okay, I think we're done. We're done. I don't want to overdo it. But that graphite stick, man, this thing is gold. And I hope that you enjoy using it as much as I do. All right, I think I'm done with this for now. I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to rewrite my words on the side here, but just want to give you a close-up. Look at how fun that is. And all we used was a graphite stick, some water-soluble oil pastels, and a water brush. And a stencil, of course. Okay, so now it's your turn. Get your play prompt out, read through it, think about it a little bit, and then please share your page with us when you're done. I'd love to see it. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.